Hey, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. We got a good one today. A couple friends asked me about flasks on the trail. I was like, oh great, I got a good source. Kuvik sent me a flask, and you gotta love them, the quality and everything they got. So today we're gonna be looking at their flasks. So stick with it. I think you get a kick out of this one. Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. I hike it so you don't have to. Well, we got another item from Kuvik. Today we got the Kuvik Titanium Flask, 260 milliliters. I'll put it ounces in the upper right hand corner or left hand corner, wherever there's the most room. Now, this time of year is good to bring up because it's the spring that's coming upon us, and I know everyone likes to bring a refreshing beverage or additive for their beverage while they're camping. Remember, always drink responsibly. But flasks are always a hot topic. As you get older, everyone seems to give you a flask for a present. So what better thing than to ask Kuvik if we could review one of their flasks. So as usual, Kuvik items are always packed very nicely. And I'm very appreciative for Kuvik to send me these items. What's that? Oh, okay. So we got our little funnel to refill our flask. So we'll put that off to the side for now. Here's the flask. Titanium. I've never had a titanium flask. Ooh, it feels very light. Now, as you can see in the back there, I have a GSI flask and a Nalgene bottle flask. Use those on many adventures. Oh wow, this is super light. Almost like creepy light. There's like no seams that I can see. It's got that titanium finish. Wow, that's a kind of unique opening. Kind of digging that. It looks like it's fairly secure there. Never a big fan of the little openings, but that could be good enough. Oh wow, okay. The funnel is always appreciated. So this just feels like a quality flask. Super light, very easy to use. I don't know if I would use the bag with it, but bags always appreciated it. It's the same bag that you see on other items. Wow, okay. It feels like a flask, a nice flask, nice and light. If I compare it to my GSI one, this is stainless steel. It weighs a ton. It's very heavy. And the Nalgene, in a moment we can weigh it, but I think this may be a little lighter than Nalgene. Nalgene's a little bigger, but it has a nice feel to it. I like the look of it. All right, well, let's do some weighing. All right, so let's start off by just weighing the flask itself. It's a beautiful flask. I love the texture of titanium. So let's weigh that. We are at 3.1 ounces. Grams will be up in the corner. Let's add the bag to this. We are at 3.5 ounces, 3.5 ounces. Now, I don't think anyone would really carry this around with them, but since it came with it, let's just plop it in there. We're at 3.7 ounces, 3.7 ounces. Super light, super light. So theoretically, this is probably all I'd carry. I don't know if I'd carry the bag, so 3.1 ounces. Let's just see what the other flasks I have. These are the only flasks I have. Also have a little Listerine bottle I use. Okay, this is 4.2 ounces. Now, if you haven't seen this one, the cap doubles as a shot glass. It's got a bigger nozzle, and this pulls off as a cup. Now this one, the GSI, I'm not certain the size of this, but this is a beautiful one. It's got real wide mouth on it, which I like. But with nothing in it, it weighs 8.7 ounces. 8.7 ounces. That's heavy. So if we could just go back to this one. 3.2, I think it was 3.1 before, wasn't it? Yeah. Time for a new scale, folks. Time for a new scale. We're at 3.2 now. A little heavier than before. It could be just thrown off. But this is considerably lighter than the other ones. 3.2. All right, we'll go with that for now. So perfect. Now, I'm not much of a drinker, but I'm sure you could use this for many other things. All right, let's go take this out in the field. Oh wait, we got to measure it. Let's measure the size of this first. All right, so now we're going to check out the size of this flask. We're just going to do the width. That is 95.2 millimeters or 3.75 inches. 3.75 inches. The height, I think I could just oh my gosh, it just barely makes it. All right, here we go. We're approximately 6 inches, approximately 152.4 millimeters. It's not huge, it's not small. It's a really good size if you plan on taking a refreshing beverage out with you while you're hiking, camping, going over to friends' houses for an event. I'm not much of a drinker, as I said before, but there's always a lot of uses you can use for this. All right, well, hopefully we can find a couple. We're going to do a little hiking in a moment. Let's check this out. Now, I had some great ideas of what we could put in the flask, but I ultimately came up with what we typically do here at the channel. We love our coffee, and we love what we can do to make our coffee better. So we're going to give it a little try with vanilla syrup in the flask. Now, as I said before, I'm not much of a drinker, but I do love my coffee, as you guys know from the channel and everything we do with coffee. So we're going to take some of this flavoring and we're going to make some French or vanilla coffee, or coffee with a little vanilla flavoring in it. Now, these used to be glass bottles as far as I knew. Oh. And as you can tell, I went all out and got a brand new one. Didn't even use an old one. Here, let's do this without making a mess. Okay. Up there, on there. Now there's about 12 ounces in this. We'll put about half of this in here. I want you to see it. Like anything else, you don't want to put in too quick. And of course, I was trying to put on top of our plate so we didn't make a mess. Yeah, it's about maybe a little more. You gotta make certain that you give it a chance to settle down. That's about half. Okay, there we go. As you can see, there's a little room in there. Feels like it's about halfway, maybe a little more. So that should be enough for what we need for our purposes. All right. Nothing seems to be spilling out. It smells very yummy though. All right, let's go give it a try and get some coffee made. All right, so today we got my typical bag. Let's pull out what we're going to take out of here today. We don't have my typical cook system. Now I'm hoping sound is okay. A lot of wind today. Here's the flask. Remember, that's the 260 flask by Kuvik, which is basically 8.79 ounces. We got our filter system. We got our Kuvik cup. Just going to leave the bag in the bag. Just going to take out the tray, but I don't feel like doing that. And today we're going to use our jet boil. I haven't used this bad boy in so long. I just wanted to get it out and use it. And with all the wind out here lately, I figured the jet boil would be something that's really safe to use. Let's plop that there. We got our 16 ounces of water. We got our baby bottle of coffee. Perfect. We got our filter. And we got a couple other little things here and there, and a cloth filter, a disposable filter. So let's get this set up. Now, I have a question for you all. Now, when I had this years ago, I had burnt something on the bottom of this, and I'm having such a hard time getting it out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I don't think so. But it's like burnt milk that got on the bottom here. I used a Brillo pad, didn't want to do it, but had to use it. If you have any other way to get stuff off the bottom, that'd be much appreciated. So I'm going to start off with putting the base on our canister. Now, if you're not familiar with jet boil, they were all the rage, I guess, the last 10 years. Mostly everyone had a jet boil, and then if you didn't have a jet boil, you had a knockoff version. And as time goes on, people are anti-jet boil. I think everything has their time and place. I don't use it very often, but when I do stuff like this, hopefully it'll work well. And I don't even remember which one. This is the Flash. The Flash. I like it because it's got the piezo lighter on the side. All right. Let's get that in there. Let's pour water in here. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I had this on here. I'm going to try to do a thing with coffee on this eventually. But you got to love that. Let's put that in there. Well, I guess I should check this before I came out, huh? All right, like I always say, always have a backup, but usually that thing used to work. But it's been a hot minute since I've used it, so maybe it just needs a good cleaning. Hope this works. This is the most finicky lighter I've ever had. Okay, there we go. Tell you, if it's not one thing, it's something else. I'm sure you all can relate to that. Also, we're going to put a little timer here as well, just to see how fast this goes, because I never used to time this. I don't even know if you can see that. Let's put that there. There. Start this. I'll let you guys know. Jet boil's pretty quick, so just put that on top. Now, you saw in the video where I poured, I used vanilla flavoring for coffee. Not much of a drinker anymore. Those days are kind of over with, but I'm always looking for a way to store other things. On the website, they say they could store fuel in here. I wouldn't put fuel. I'd keep this strictly for food grade stuff. But nothing's leaked. It's good. The only issue we had, where you saw me when I was pouring it in, the lid is a little small, but hey, that's a flask. And there's a little jiggle here. But in the bag, you really can't hear it. So let's put this off to the side. I love anything titanium. Anything titanium is awesome in my book. This is going to get done real quick. So let's put that there. Let's put our GSI Java drip in here. I don't want this too close. Now the temperature here in New England's warmed up considerably. It's still cold. Still cold. It's always cold here. But it's nice. It's nice. I don't have a full winter jacket on. I don't have a hat on, but my nose is starting to run a little. So now we got to take that cloth or the disposable filter right here. We're going to put that in there. I have the metal filter, but I just don't want to clean it. And disposable filter is nice. Now, I'm running into this time of year, I don't know, at least in the eastern side, northern US, allergy season's starting to kick in. I was down in Atlanta, that's why I didn't release a video last week. And allergies were horrible down there. Okay, we need about another 30 seconds. Yeah, I think that fire maple even did quicker than what they're doing. But I like this because you can see where, as soon as that's red, it means the water's done. So we're at 245. So yeah, allergy season. Gotta love it. But it's beautiful out. Beautiful. Let's check this out. It's gotta be. It's all red. All right. Okay, I can see the steam coming out. We're at 325, 325. It's basically 3.5 minutes. Not bad, not great, not bad though. I like the all-inclusive thing of the jet boil. The size and weight, it's kind of always bothered me, but it's not bad. Now let's just shift everything around so it's a little more visible. Let's do this. I don't know if this is going to be a mistake. Probably, yeah. I don't know if you can see the water as I'm pouring it out. It's getting blown around. Yeah, the cloth or the disposable filters kind of slows it down quite a bit. Makes life a little easier. I just love the sound of waves. Seagulls in the background. Oh. Now we're getting to the point of the year where we can start doing more hiking like we were doing before, a little more camping. So hopefully within the next couple weeks I'll start. And I gotta start remember to bring a garbage bag with me. Now let's turn this off. Now let me know how this is filming as well, because I got a new filter. I was starting to see a lot of flare-ups. So hopefully it's not going to make it too dark, but I am filming right into the sun almost right now. And I got finally a cool setup. Now, if there's anything you guys want to see in videos, let me know. I take ideas. I love demonstrating stuff, but we're getting to the point where I want to show what you guys want to see. All right, that's about all water we need. Oh, well, that's filtering through. Let's see if we can see little sparks. Oh no. I know I was getting them the other day. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't the biggest fan of this. Ah, dang. I don't use it that often, but when I do, I like to have it work. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Now this was sugar-free. Yeah, I don't do a lot of sugar products, corn syrup and everything like that. But I'll do the artificial sweeteners. If one thing doesn't kill you, something else will. So I don't know if you guys saw this earlier where I showed that. Kind of wiggles up and down. Alright. Okay, we're gonna have to. I got a little too excited there for a second. All right. Oh no! I broke that. Oh, all right. Now let's take this off. And let's add, I don't know, a tablespoon, teaspoon. There we go. We don't want it too sweet. And vanilla-y. All right, let's turn this bad boy around and final thoughts. All right, so let's give our final thoughts on this. But before we do that, let's try the coffee. Ooh, I like that. That was good. Okay, we can do that. We can keep doing that. So with this flask, it's great. If you're a drinker, go for it. It's perfect flask. Titanium does not hold smells. The only issue with this one, I can say, it holds a little small on top, but I think it's pretty standard. And this little thing right here, it rattles. I was thinking if you get this, get an O-ring for the top and bottom. I was looking at them. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get the O-rings, so. But it's a great little flask. Perfect size, perfect size. Fits in your pocket very easily. So check it out. Kuvik makes great products. You'll love them. I know I like everything I've gotten from them, but I'm a little biased. Remember that. But I try to be as honest with you guys as possible. I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and Kuvik asked me to do the same. So please click like and subscribe. Remember, I do it so you don't have to. I come out to this beautiful area, and I would do it even if I wasn't filming. So YouTube just makes it that much better. So please click like and subscribe. Remember, I do it so you don't have to. Have a great day and great weekend.